What's up everyone, welcome back to the RE Visuals YouTube channel where you'll always find high quality visuals and high quality tech. And today we're going to take a look at probably the coolest keyboard that I've ever had my hands on. And honestly, I've had my hands on a lot of keyboards. Today we're going to be checking out the world's first keyboard with a Stream Deck built right into it. You heard me right, the folks over at Qeeke finally created a keyboard for the market that is not just all about how it thocks and sounds. So they created this 75% keyboard that is not just something to type on. They fully raised the bar now to include a full LCD screen on the right side of the board that has touch functionality and a ton of multimedia functionality that is supposed to take place of devices in your stream, like your Stream Deck or your audio interface. Sounds too good to be true, right? But do you know what is not too good to be true? The amazing prices you'll find on Windows 10 and 11 keys using today's sponsor, VIP URCD Key.
Are you tired of that annoying Windows activation watermark on your desktop? VIP URCD Key has you covered with fully licensed codes to activate your favorite games and software. Purchasing your key is super easy. All you have to do is click on the item that you want, click Buy to add it to your cart. Once in your cart, you can now enter my promo code RAV20. After adding the promo code, you'll see your savings pop up, and you can then purchase your product with your chosen payment method. Finding and entering your Windows 10 CD key is super easy. All you have to do is go over to your user profile, find your purchase, and click View Keys and Codes to reveal your new CD key. Then all you have to do is go to Settings in Windows, click on Update and Security, click on Activation, and finally click on Change Product Key and paste your new key into the window and click Next. You'll now have a fully licensed version of Windows 10 with no watermark. Check the links in the description to start saving now.
Opening up the box of the Qeeke CR840, you of course have the keyboard, which I'll talk more about here in just a second. Underneath the keyboard, they have included an additional set of colored keycaps that replace the arrow keys, the escape key, the backspace key, and your space bar. Next, you get a keycap puller, a USB-C cable that actually seems to be pretty decent length to reach your PC. And lastly, you get two 3.5mm cables, one 2-ring and one 3-ring for plugging in various accessories. And you also get an included screen protector for the LCD screen, which is a nice touch. In terms of build quality, the board actually feels pretty solid, even though the case is full ABS plastic, and the copy of the CR840 we have today is obviously the black version, but it does come in white as well. Now, there's not a ton of flex on it, and typing on it doesn't feel like you're gonna break it, and it has a small ergo tilt and also features flip-up feet with rubber bottoms to change the typing position and keep the board in place. So guys, basically the left side of this board is a normal 75% mechanical keyboard layout, but the right side, this is where the fun begins. So the media side of the CR840, which I'm calling it, has the large LCD screen and an even smaller screen indicator area, which we'll dive more into here in just a minute. It has multimedia buttons, a built-in speaker that actually can play keyboard sounds or even be used as your PC speaker. Take a listen. And lastly, the CR840 has four 3.5mm inputs on the side of the keyboard. Each of these ports are supposed to allow you to connect peripherals like your headphones, your microphone, or even some external devices so you can run them through your keyboard sound card and then into your streaming software. And we'll go way more into this in just a minute. The keycaps on this board are a PBT sublimation material, so they're not super flimsy like ABS plastic keycaps, but also not as solid as double shot PBT keycaps. So I find that these are somewhere in the middle. Moving on to the switches, the CR840 comes with two switch options, Huano reds and Huano brown switches. My copy has the browns, and they actually give a very nice tactile typing experience. Take a listen. So yes, this board could definitely use some tuning, but I don't think it sounds horrible for a stock board. But again, yes, the stabilizers would be the first thing I'd tweak, as well as maybe some lubing of the switches, or even actually taking them out to switch to a different switch and change the feel and the sound. Now, Qeeke also does offer this board now in a hot swappable version. So if you guys wanted to, use your favorite switch, you should be able to drop those right into this board now. All right, so that's basically it for the keyboard part of the CR840. So let's go ahead and move on to the right side of the keyboard. And quick disclaimer before I get deep into the features of this board though, Qeeke still has this board in development and offers this board currently only on Kickstarter, which I'll have linked below for you guys. And the copy they sent me is one of the earlier production models, which means that some of the software and features that I'll be talking about are currently still limited right now as they are finalizing the product and they're tweaking the software. So don't get angry at me if I'm simply just talking about some of the features instead of showing you like I normally would, simply because some of them just don't work correctly right now. The CR840 is currently a wired-only keyboard, needing its USB-C cable to supply power to the keyboard side and also to the LCD screen side of the keyboard. And speaking of that LCD screen, I think it's about time we get into all of its features.
Okay guys, so let's take a quick look at the software that they actually sent me for this keyboard. Now, right now, because again, it's still developing and all that kind of stuff, they had to send it to me separately, but I believe when these keyboards ship out, it should be included with your board as it usually is. So taking a look at it right here, it's very basic. It kind of does look like the home screen of like your Stream Deck or something like that with all these different icons. So we'll get into this here in just a minute about what all these icons do, but I did want to show you that they will have a software like this where you can go ahead and you can actually change the background. I don't know if this works. I'm not even going to try it because most of this functionality, like I said, doesn't even work right now. So it will, but it just doesn't at the moment. So you can add different icons, little shortcuts and stuff like that. So that way when you press buttons on the actual keyboard here on the LCD screen, they'll actually, work and they'll, do a little sound or open a program or something like that. And let me show you what it does right here when you press one. All right, starting with the first two buttons here on our little LCD screen because they actually work with your computer. These are the icons that come stock. Obviously, later on, like I said, you'll be able to customize all this and add whatever you want. But what they include here is a little computer button. So you press that and my computer, basically, or this PC, comes up on your PC. So you can actually use that as a little shortcut to do whatever you want on your computer. And the second one is the browser button. So you click that and it will open up a browser. Now you see right here, it immediately goes to this might be like Japanese Google or something like that. Not sure what it is, but I'm sure that bug will be worked on and they'll take that out and maybe you'll be able to customize it and make it be whatever browser you feel like. So that's mainly what it's gonna. All right, now let's quickly take a look at the other functions of the LCD screen here. So after we did the computer and the browser, they also have a calculator on this little LCD screen here. So you don't lose your calculator. You actually still get that quickly on your hands right there. So if you need to, make any calculations, you can go ahead and do that. And then next to that, you actually get their numpad. So again, just like a real keyboard here, even though it's a 75% keyboard, you still get your numpad, which is really nice if you like to do all that typing on the numbers and whatnot. And then next right here, you actually can use this touchscreen as your mouse. So you take it right here and you scroll it on. You can increase the DPI, which is they label it as speed. You can increase the DPI of it, and then you just go like this and swipe around. You can even two-finger it and do all those different things you would do on a normal touchscreen, like computer or whatever. You can do it right here. So that's actually a really cool feature. So the keyboard has 10 different preset RGB lighting modes right here. So it's pretty cool. We don't have shine through keycaps or anything right now, but you can still see it through the little cracks in the keycaps, so you can change it, whatever it is. There's a whole bunch of different ones. Stuff you guys have probably already seen on a bunch of other different RGB keyboards, all that kind of jazz. But it's still pretty cool that they do include it. They have the typing ones and all that, which are pretty cool. And yeah, it looks pretty good. So if you did have some shine through keycaps you end up putting on this board, I think they'll look really good. Okay guys, so the next bit is really where this thing is supposed to shine, but like I said, it's still a little rough right now and they got a few things they need to work out on it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I plugged in a lavalier mic. So unfortunately right now, you're only limited to plugging in 3.5 millimeter mics. So right now, I can't plug in, say like my XLR mic right here. This is still running through my Go XLR, so I can record this audio for you guys. I can't do a USB mic unless there's another way they intend to do that. Right now, you're kind of limited to mics like this that have a 3.5 millimeter jack into it. So kind of weird. I don't know. I don't really know anybody that streams that uses a lav mic all the time, unless you're trying to do wireless and walk around, which that would work, I guess. But also, when I show you this little live studio they include right here in the software, it's got a lot of really cool features, you guys, and all sorts of customizations and whatnot. But it's a little weird. So let me go ahead and show you why. So there's that. I don't know. There's this. It's obviously in Japanese, I think. So yeah. So there you go. There's some laughter. This one's kind of cool. I mean, that's kind of cool. If you win, I guess that'd be kind of cool. And then this one, of course. Hopefully this doesn't get me copyright striked. We all know what that's from. If you guys know what that is, leave it in the comments. And then, of course, you're supposed to be able to go ahead and take any kind of soundboard or any kind of sounds. You're supposed to load them, be able to load it into the memory on here, and then play whatever sounds you want. So that is kind of cool. But now, let me go ahead and show you guys the effects of the actual microphone. So I'm going to turn this microphone off, and I'm just going to use this one. I'll show you why it's a little weird. Okay, now I'm just speaking to you through this microphone, and I have no idea why, but it's stuck on reverb. You plug it in. When I go to the effects page right here, there's no way to turn my reverb off. So you're stuck with it for the moment. At least my board you are. So I don't know what you have to do, but there's no way to turn reverb off. I can't do it. So yeah. Anyway, there's all sorts of stuff, different sounds. It's kind of weird. You probably can't understand a word that I'm saying right now, but there is a voice changer. These are kind of cool.
I can sound like a baby. That's kind of fun. So when I use this actually sounds a little better.
And then I can sound like the Kool-Aid Man or a monster. Oh, yeah.
So anyway, guys, as you heard, there's a couple of things, you know, they need to fix. They need to do a software update with, because I don't know why my voice was stuck on reverb. It's kind of weird. But in this special tab right here next to it, they have all these different little sounds right here. There's a couple of them that I'm afraid to play because they may get me copyright strike. But anyway, there's... Wow. I don't know. Just some fun stuff for you to play with. And by the way, just as I remembered this all looks like it's like from an Android phone or something like that. Like the back button, it looks like it's running some version of Android. So you can do screen brightness as well. You can do volume up and down on here on the screen. And then this settings button right here, you can go to that, and that's what took me to the page where I got the software, and it let me know, you know, all the stuff about this.
All right, wrapping this whole thing up here, the Qeeke CR840 is something that could seriously be a game changer for the gaming and streaming keyboard world if they take care of those issues that I pointed out and really get this thing's audio dialed in. I think that it's a brilliant idea, and when I found out about it, I really wanted to bring this to you guys because I think it has so much potential. So, you know, it wasn't a surprise to me that they've received a ton of backing on their Kickstarter page already, and their campaign is not even over yet. So if this is something that you guys would find seriously awesome and would like to back it as well, you can head to the link below and pledge something to them if you guys want to. So that's all there is to it, you guys. Tell me what you think of this board down in the comments below, and let me know if you would consider getting something like this to simplify your gaming setup, your streaming setup, or even maybe like an audio recording setup. Also, while you're down there, don't forget to drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button with those notifications on so you'll always know when one of my new videos or one of my streams is going live, because right now I've been streaming quite a bit more. So that's going to be it for me. You guys have a fantastic day or night, wherever you guys may be watching from, and I'll catch you in the next video.